Welcome back to Chow Time Pods. Your host, Red. I got a video today from Darius M.
STDs are running rampant in Houston. So the results that just came back in for the number of
I would think California is probably not doing much better.
STD cases in Houston in 1 week. Chlamydia, 3,678. Gonorrhea, 2,955. Syphilis, 22,715 cases in 1 week.
22,000 in a week?
This is crazy. Listen, if you're in the Houston area, Texas, make sure you stay strapped. Please protect yourself.
And we're not talking about firearms.
And these are the cases that's being reported when people actually going in to the facilities and getting tested. What
That
about
makes
all the other
sense.
people who are like, man, I'm a
I would think there'd be another 20-30% of people like, I'm just going to wait till this goes away.
mule, man. I don't got to get tested. I'm Superman. A lot of people believe that, it can never happen to me. My body
This is true.
is immune. I'm untouchable. It's a scary world.
Holy shit. HIV, 17,272 cases in 1 week.
Y'all do know this world is fucked. Atlanta and Houston, they are at third world country levels of HIV outbreaks.
HIV is running rampant out here
Yeah.
in the streets.
We have a 25
Protect yourselves, man. Juice ain't not worth the squeeze.
Year-old patient being treated for diabetes in the emergency room of University of North Carolina Rex Hospital. He intentionally ripped out his IV and, according to the police report, intentionally sprayed his HIV positive blood into the eyes of 2 healthcare workers.
Well, poor nurses.
That's wild, man.
That's
A lot of
disgusting.
people who are HIV positive or have a disease or have, in their mind, they think a life-threatening illness. They like, man, I'm going to take whoever I can. I'm going down with the ship, so you going to come down with me.
Misery loves company.
It's crazy as it sounds. This is how a lot of people think. They're like, man, my life is ruined. I got this illness that I cannot cure. I'm struggling on a daily basis, dealing with it. You know what? Come on, take this. It's like, get this virus, get this disease. This is how a lot of people be thinking, man. They pass it along.
I mean, how many videos have we seen of women trying to hide it? They're saying they're never going to disclose it to their partners or people that they date. It was just disgusting and diabolical.
Because they don't want to be the only ones that they don't want to be like, okay, I'm an outcast, so let me just spread it and give it to everybody who I possibly can, so you can be like me.
Yep.
Sick.
I am begging you to put yourself first and be safe out here when HIV is at an all-time high.
So were y'all aware that as of yesterday, 200,000 people in Houston, Texas have HIV?
She had been dating him for over a year, and from the very beginning of their relationship, he always insisted that they be intimate without protection. She kept saying no, mostly because she was scared of getting pregnant. But after a year and 5 months together, she finally gave in. She thought she was giving him something special. Right after they were done, he turned to her with a strange look in his eyes and said, "Congratulations, now you have HIV too."
Diabolical. Disgusting. Man or woman. Not man needs to go to jail. Just like the women need to go to jail.
You can't make this shit up.
At first, she laughed. She thought it was a dark, twisted joke.
What if somebody said that to you? Like you done smashed Raw once or twice and they're like, well, congratulations, you just like me. I told you that's the mindset of a lot of people who are infected. They don't want to be alone carrying this disease. So they want to infect people that's close to them, people that trust them. They want to infect them so they can, be like them. I mean, look, around her mouth, it's like a goatee. Or like she been
Kind of has like that Homer Simpson look.
eating on some raw meat, or like a vampire, like she just feasted for the night. It's crazy, but it's so sad, man.
It is.
That's why you always got to stay strapped. If you're gonna go raw on anybody, make sure you get a full panel and you get tested. Don't just trust their word and say, because some chicks will be like, oh yeah, I'm clean. Some men too, that, oh yeah, I'm clean. You know, oh yeah, I'm straight. You know, and they'll try to, you know, just hopefully that you trust their word. Because a lot of people, they going through a lot in life, so they want that instant pleasure. And condoms and rubbers, contraceptives, they don't give them that pleasure.
She couldn't imagine he was serious, but he was. She didn't want to believe it, so she stayed. She stayed with him for 5 more years. But then her body began to change. She had constant fevers, she lost weight rapidly, and strange rashes appeared everywhere. She finally went to the hospital, and she would never forget the moment the doctor looked at her and said, "You tested positive for HIV."
I found out I was HIV positive after.
This is a Nestle Crunch on his face. This is scary stuff, man.
I was HIV positive after noticing strange spots on my body.
He looks like a cactus.
And experiencing high fever. It all started after a night out with my friend. I remember drinking way too much, definitely more than I should have. Things spiraled so quickly that I completely lost control of what I was.
This is exactly why I'm not a big fan of alcohol, right? It just makes people do crazy stuff sometimes. Right? Not that I'm an advocate for smoking either, right? But I do enjoy smoking more than drinking, just because at least when I'm smoking, I just want to relax and not do anything, or chill, not go do crazy things, or do things that are going against myself or against my own inhibitions.
My friend tried to get me home safely, but we got into an argument and she decided to leave. I stayed at the party with some other people and eventually met this girl. She seemed fun, and the last thing I remember was dancing and having a good time. The next morning, I woke up in her bed confused, hungover, and with no clear memory of what had happened. I left quietly before she woke up, telling myself it was nothing serious. I thought that night wouldn't come back to haunt me, but about a month later, I started dropping weight fast.
So what happened was, I mean, he drinking, having a good time, and a lot of women, they look pure. They don't look like they got some disease. That's how STDs and HIV is. Most people, they just normal, hardworking people walking around. They got a 9-to-5 job, and boom, you can't see it. That's why you have to protect yourself.
Constantly running a fever, had pounding headaches, and weird spots started showing up on my skin. That's when I started to panic. Deep down, I had a terrible feeling about what might have happened that night. So I finally went to the hospital.
Hate when I give a guy STDs and he's steady calling my phone. I'm like, what you calling me for?
See, just disgusting people out there, just ruining people's lives.
Are you crying just because we have AIDS?
Who's we? Please, you playing my bitch, please.
Stop crying, fool. It ain't that serious.
I don't know if this is a prank or not, but you can't play around like this. She gave a wink, but this is sick stuff, man.
This is disgusting.
Playing on the phone with people's life like this. People listen, they'll take your life. They will.
That is so true. Darius is on it. Like, you wanna fuck on me? I'm gonna fuck a you. That's a lot of people.
Delete you and themselves if they found that you playing like this. Like, I'll be honest with you, a lot of people who have STDs or HIV, what they do is, again, they feel bad for themselves, but they feel, they don't want to be alone in their fight. Right? So what happen is they get somebody that's close to them, they pass on the disease, and so that person can always basically be with them. Like, hey, you HIV positive, I'm HIV positive. Oh, well, listen, let's be together. That's how a lot of them think when they pass it on like that. They don't want to be alone with this crippling disease.
AIDS is serious.
Even to joke around about stuff like this is diabolical.
The caption says,
I hate that we're trying to destigmatize HIV and just rampant disgustingness.
I'm HIV positive, hug me. So she's holding a sign up trying to get as many hugs as he possibly can. But that doesn't take away the disease. That doesn't take away what you have. She wants people to hug her to make her feel good, you know, that instant gratification. But at the same time, you got to go to sleep. You got to go to sleep at night with that in you.
How I found out that I had HIV.
I was diagnosed with HIV a week after my 18th birthday. How did I contract HIV?
Man, you didn't even get a chance to really live life. Man,
that sucks.
The day after your 18th birthday? See, this is what happens when you go out there reckless. She probably, 18, maybe had a drink or something, maybe just going out there just living life and living her best life and running the streets, and boom, contracted it. It's that quick, guys. It's really that quick. Go out there and stop being reckless out here. And a lot of women, what they'll do is, I'm be honest.
This is lessons for a lot of us men right now, especially the ones that are still like, swinging your dick left and right. Stop it. Find a good woman to settle down with.
I've dealt with women like that. You dealing with a woman for 2, 3, 4 months, and then she questions you. She say, "So why you want to keep using rubbers? I'm clean. You don't got to use that." Who dealt with that, guys? Comment below. Oh yeah, I'm clean. I'm straight. And then they end up ghosting you or distancing themselves for you and fading away because you want to protect yourself.
I was diagnosed with HIV a week after my 18th birthday. How did I contract HIV?
That wet hole in that good time gonna fuck your life up. That one time, all it takes is one fucking time, one stick. HIV, baby, syphilis, gonorrhea, chlamydia. Leave me the fuck out of that shit. I don't even want to risk it. It's too much shit going on out here to still be homing.
Yeah, I know y'all think life is a game. But in all seriousness, in the past week, I done had several patients coming in finding out that they're HIV positive.
So this nurse breaks down in tears saying AIDS is at an all-time high in Houston, Texas. If you live in Houston, Texas, or anywhere for that matter.
I feel sorry for the healthcare workers that have to deal with all the people that have these issues.
Please protect yourself. Even if you had a girlfriend you was dealing with and y'all was exclusive and y'all, let's say y'all broke up on good terms or whatever, just go get tested. After each chick, even if you stand strapped up and you got rubbers, just go get tested.
Like, even if you get tested, I don't think people are testing for HIV. They're just testing for normal STDs, no? Am I wrong on this one?
And y'all keep making these posts and these jokes, and it's not funny. Like, this shit is ruining people's lives from their early 20s to even as old as 50 years old.
This stuff.
Stop playing. It's not funny. It's nothing funny about it.
I found out I was HIV positive after noticing strange spots on my body and experiencing high fevers. It all started after a night out with my friend. I remember drinking a lot way more.
See, just like the dude, the black dude, he was drinking, having a good time. When you drinking and you got all these fluids going and liquids and everything, the lights and music, you're not thinking about protecting yourself. You're thinking about having a good time, living life to the fullest. You only live one life.
All the protections that you would normally have and think about are all gone when you're drunk. You just do them.
And then what happens? Stuff. YOLO, right? And then you drinking, then you ain't gonna throw in a rubber or ask the chick, if you're a chick watching this, ask some dude to throw in a rubber. You're gonna just, hey, let's go in, let's have a good time. And boom, mess yourself up. Nobody's superhuman. Nobody's immune to anything.
More than I should have. Things got so out of hand that I completely lost control of what I was doing. My friend tried to get me home safely, but we ended up arguing, and she decided to leave. I stayed at the party with some other friends and eventually met this guy. He seemed fun, and the last thing I remember was dancing and having a great time.
See?
The next morning, I woke up in his bed, confused and unable to recall most of the night. I left before he woke up, brushing it off like it was no big deal. I thought that night wouldn't have any consequences, But a month later, I started losing a lot of weight.
It seems to be common to be losing a lot of weight and things happening to your face a month after.
I was constantly running a fever, had
And
terrible headaches, and noticed strange spots appearing on my skin. That's when panic set in. Deep down, had a terrible feeling about what might have happened that night. I decided to go to the hospital, and
These girls are getting offended that boys are bringing condoms to their sex link-ups, which is childish as fuck, honestly. I'm in this anonymous group chat, and the boy was like, I never got kicked out so fast. She called me weird as fuck, talking about some, damn, you don't trust me, I ain't good for it. And then everybody, like, not everybody, but like some girls in the comments like, oh, I feel her though, like that is kind of weird. Since when is contraceptives weird?
Right.
I told you a lot of chicks, they feel some type of way when you want to use a rubber because
like the 304 behavior has gone so far out of control that even just protecting yourselves is seen as weird.
Psychologically, they think that they dirty. No, it's like, no, I'm just protecting myself. A lot of women, they will distance themselves from you and they will reject you if you want to use a rubber. As a man, I'm telling you, be careful.
We learned this shit in kindergarten, y'all. Then, y'all, we in Houston.
People do not care about catching anything. People do not fear HIV.
It doesn't seem like people fear or scared of giving people stuff. I would be, if I had bad disease or something, I'd be so scared of like giving it to other people. I'd be so self-conscious about that stuff. It's just crazy that people are just like, one for you, one for you, one for you. I'm not gonna say anything but two for you. You know, like, that's crazy.
People do not fear syphilis, gonorrhea. People don't fear none of those things. People live life on the edge and they are pleasure chasing, meaning they don't care about
Sodom
the
and Gomorrah.
consequences. Long as they can feel good in the moment, that's it. That's all people chase.
Yeah, we're in that level of society that all we care about is pleasure and discomfort. As long as we don't feel any discomfort and feel pleasure all the time, that's all people seem to care about nowadays. And it's sad because there's more to life than there's pleasure. Please like, subscribe, comment down below. I really appreciate that. And I'll catch you guys next time. Ciao.